Guys, Justin has a huge stack of books that just came back from CGC. He sent these off a while ago, and there are some monsters in here. He's been very excited about these, and we are as well. So we wanted to take the time to let Justin show these books off in all their glory. So Justin, if you would, take it away.
Thank you. That was a great introduction. I really appreciate that. Let's start with the bad stuff and the not so cool fun stuff. My shop called me because I submitted these through my shop. They sent them to CGC for me. He called me in a panic saying, hey, this book got rejected. Do you know why it got rejected? We had no idea why this book got rejected. Sent in my copy of ISM 238.
Oh, that's a book I want so bad.
Rejected?
It got rejected not because it's complete. It's not missing anything, right? It got rejected because I've never seen this before. So everybody, if you're going to buy this book, keep an eye out for this. It got rejected because on the inside cover, on the flap, where this tattoo thing is, it's fused to the inside cover. Do you see that? I don't want to peel it off because I don't want to. It's going to peel the ink and the colors with it. So I'm just going to let it go as it is for now.
I have an idea of how to get it off. Could you sell it to me?
No, because then I won't own it.
But they seriously wouldn't grade it just because of that?
They would not grade it because of that.
Here's what I would try, Justin.
Wow. I bet you got pressed with it in there, and that's why it had the issue.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe hit it with a blow dryer and see if it loosens it up a little bit.
Well, what my shop thought originally happened was that it's been known for people to take the tattoos out of other books. Like there's a cheaper Fantastic Four book and put the tattoos into this one. He thought that that's what might have happened and why.
I've heard of that too.
No, it's because they got fused to the inside cover.
Maybe, I wonder if you had someone put it in a moisture chamber, because people do that before pressing books, put it in a moisture chamber or a humidifier and see if that will loosen it up enough to peel it away without hurting the cover. There's ways you can get it, that you can get that taken care of. You just got to look into it. But, you know, I think a moisture chamber with the humidity inside, the way it loosens up the fibers of the book, and I think that may be enough to let it come out, maybe.
Yeah, but then if you were to press it again after that, wouldn't you just like have the
you
same
would you would just want to put you're going to put a board in there anyway. So
you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Somebody probably pressed it without a board or something like that. I don't know. Or they may have peeled because usually don't tattoos have like a little plastic cover over them. They may have pulled that off and the tattoos stuck to the page or something. I don't know.
Well, moving on to the next book. This one I'm kind of bummed out about. I'm probably going to look to replace it at some point in the future. I got my copy of X-Men 94, but it's got that purple label. And it came back a 5.0.
And what was the restoration?
Small amount of color touch-up on cover right along there on the spine.
Again, that's something that that can be removed. Restoration can be removed.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm still going to hang on to it. At some point, I might try to move it, but still, I'm glad I have it. I'm glad it's part of my collection, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So what you're saying is you buy labels, not comic books.
Well, I bought the comic, and then the label came with it.
But that's enough for you to get rid of it, so you can buy a blue label.
I want a blue label, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm where you're at.
I want a blue label.
Like you are.
I mean,
that's your way.
Oh,
that's your way.
On the scale of, like, obviously green is the lowest, and then purple, and then blue. Right?
But what if you just cracked it and just continue to enjoy it raw like you have for so many years?
No. That book needs to be graded. That book should be graded.
Okay.
All right. So the next book, these are going to build up from like lowest on up. So we've got Thor 337, First Beta Ray Bill.
Nice.
9.7.
Yes, it is a 9.7. No, it's an 8.5.
Right on.
Yeah, I think I paid like $40 for this at a convention. All right, so next up, we got Amazing Spider-Man number 194. I paid $80 for this book. So, you know, whatever grade it came back, it's fine. And it came back a 5.5.
Nice.
So I'll take that.
Is that a book a big deal?
It's the first appearance of Black Cat.
Okay.
First appearance of Black Cat. Sorry, I should have said that.
So as a Spider-Man fan, I guess that is a big deal.
Yes, as someone who toys with the idea of doing a full Amazing Spider-Man run, I will eventually need to own that book.
Got it.
Okay, so moving on up. This book is important to me, but not for the reasons you may think. It's Uncanny XMen number 129. It's the first appearance of Kitty Pryde, the first appearance of Emma Frost, the first appearance of Sebastian Shaw. My second daughter, she is named Kate after Kitty Pryde.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, I own this book because I own the entire Uncanny X-Men run. I'm going to get this one graded. It came back a 5.5.
Right on.
I think I paid $50 for this at I think my very first or second C2 back in like 2011.
Not bad.
Right on.
So this is where things really start to pick up, really start to get interesting. Dustin, I'm sorry, it's more Spider-Man stuff. All right, so next up, Amazing Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Carnage.
Yep.
Also got this at I got this at a C2E2. I don't remember what year. I got 361, 362, and 363 for I think like $75.
Okay.
And this one came back 9.4.
Right on. That's a good book.
Yeah, so I'll take that. I mean, it looks great. The white is so bright and everything. Like, yeah, I'll take this all day.
How's that spine? Because every copy I've ever had, the spine always looks like it's brown. Yeah.
It's why I don't care that it's a 9.4 because it looks like that.
Well, I just don't understand why the cover can be so white when the spine just looks brown. Every cover I've had is just like that. In the back, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that is strange to me. I wonder if it has something to do with like the ink they used, keeping it from yellowing.
All right, so I got 2 more books to show.
These are big books.
2 more books.
Big books.
You know how I feel about this term. These are Grail books.
You love the word Grail.
So the first one is Amazing Spider-Man 300, first appearance of Venom.
That ain't no Grail.
Second
appearance of Venom.
I got this at a flea market like 10 years ago. Guy was asking $90 for it. Wow. I only had $45 cash on me, and I went up to him and said, "Hey, I've only got $45 cash. Would you take $45 for this?" And at the time, $45 was the most money I'd ever spent on a single comic book.
That's insane.
And I felt sick spending $45 on a single comic book. I know it's crazy, right? Okay, so I bought it for $45 at a flea market 10 years ago. I was hoping for like a 6.5 or a 7, right? Just, I didn't care. I paid $45 in it, right?
Yeah.
And the grade came back, an 8.0 white pages.
Nice.
So how much is that now? I mean, that's a pretty sizable book now, right?
I spent $700 on my 7.0 newsstand that I have.
I think I saw this sell for like $800.
Yeah,
that's insane. That's a good come up, dude.
Yeah. All right, so 1 book left, and you guys, if it's bigger, what's bigger than an ASM 300? What's bigger than an ASM 300?
ASM 50.
Oh, yes, an ASM 50. No.
Not in this grade, but giant size X-Men 1. Look at that pretty comic book.
This is a book that I told my wife the first year I collected. This was the book I wanted so bad. And I said, if I don't get it this year, we're not going to, I will not be able to get it. I just felt like it was going to blow up. And guess what happened? It blew up. And Justin has one, but I don't have one.
So I bought this maybe like 5 years ago. I paid $400 for it. so at the time, the most money I'd ever spent on a single comic book issue. I remember when I first started hanging out with you guys, and I was just showing off like some of my keys.
Yeah.
It was still in like the original bag that I bought it from the shop.
God.
I think that was the first time Nick ever cursed like on camera, because he was
Probably.
just like, "What are you doing within that bag? God, buy some Mylars. I will send you the money for them right now."
I remember that night.
So, you know what I have in it. I was and it's kind of beat up. I mean, look at it, right? Like, anyway.
Yeah, look at it. It's giant size X-Men #1. Who gives a crap?
Look at it.
Beat up.
Look at it.
I was hoping for a 3.0, right? 3.0. That's all. That's what I wanted. Did it come back a 3.0?
Nope.
No.
Came back a 6.0.
Came back a 4.5.
Dang it.
A 4.5. I couldn't stop cursing when I found out the grade on it. Like, I was
Dude,
just shocked.
that book up to that grade is like $1,000 per point too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like $4,500 for that book.
Yeah, and you know, the thing that makes this book so cool, I mean, I'm never going to sell this, right? Like, to me, this I would rather have one of these in my collection than an X-Men 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
That's the team.
hindsight, I can say that because I own an X-Men 1, right? But the only book that I would really truly consider getting that custom label for, because that's what the book is, right?
Yep.
So yeah, 4.5. I still can't get over it. This is probably the third biggest book in my collection, depending on how my Hulk 181 comes back.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah, this is definitely my third child, but #1 in my heart.
oh, for sure. For sure. Absolutely. When are you going to start putting those big boy, those big boy books behind you, one of those glass shelves?
Once
Like
I figure out how to deal with the sun that's on the other side.
Oh, just put a UV protection screen on the window.
Duh.
Yeah, I guess I could, but I really like the idea of, putting them in a box and putting them in the closet and like turning all the lights off and like,
and then hoping it never floods and it's never an issue.
Dude, these things are in waterproof like ammo boxes.
I'll tell you what I did.
Oh,
I put black blackout curtains in my room, so the only light that my books ever see is when I'm recording.
Yeah, and the same thing with my manga down here. I don't want them to ever yellow. So
yeah, but nobody cares about that. Like, that's nowhere near as important.
It was a joke.
All right, guys. So that was Justin's CGC Unboxing.
No, let Dustin do it. Justin do it.
He looked like he was just sitting there waiting.
No,
he looked like he was waiting on one of us to do it.
You have to do it.
Dustin, you can do it better than I can. I'll just stand here and hold it like this.
One of us.
There you go. Hey, turn that X-Men so we don't have so much glare, because this ain't Bub's Comics. We do apologize for the glare over here. There you go. He just swapped sides. Oh my God.
Just that
There you
face,
go.
man.
I just wanted him to change the angle, and he swapped sides. He was holding them on. Oh my God.
Hold on. We'll just do this. Do this.
Oh, this guy.
That doesn't make it any better.
No, it doesn't.
It was fine. All you had to do was just angle them in a little bit. Yeah, there you go. All right, guys. So this was Justin's biggest CGC unboxing he's ever done. I believe this was his first submissions ever. And what a pile of books to submit. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Drop a comment. Let us know which one was your favorite. Make sure you're subscribed. And as always,
Collect your way.